All of the resting spots in Tannenstein can be found on the blue slope version of the trails. A couple of these are well hidden, so be sure to leave a like if this video helps you out. Starting out on Tannenstein 1, progress to the 6th checkpoint out of 6, and as we head downhill, look for a small section to the left just before the slope turns right. Head into this area to find our first resting spot. At the very start of Tannenstein 2, instead of following the trail, head off to the right through the heavy snow and keep pushing along until we find an open area with some trees and logs that we can rest at. For Tannenstein 3, progress to checkpoint 5 of 6 and make our way through the cave following the trail until we get to the end where there is an ice patch. Instead of following the ice patch forward, use it to head into a hidden part of the cave to the right where we can rest once again. And for Tannenstein 4, after the second of 7 checkpoints, continue down the trail following the path to the left. Once the path returns to the center, look further left for an ice patch and scoot along the top of this area to reach the ice patch. Just beyond it is another hidden area that we can rest at, with this being our final one in Tannenstein. All of the resting spots in Monte Guanaco can be found on the blue slope version of the trails. A couple of these are well hidden, so be sure to leave a like if this video helps you out. Starting out on Monte 1, progress to the 5th checkpoint out of 6 and head into the area with stones, but don't follow the trail to the left, and instead head to the end of the side path on the right to find a campfire to rest by. After checkpoint 4 of 6 on Monte 2, the trail will split in a couple of different directions. Take the rightmost path and follow it across the water to find the next rest spot. For Monte 3, we'll head down this massive slope at checkpoint 5 and need to cross to the very left side of the trail at the bottom. Then turn toward the screen and push through the heavy snow and trees to find our next rest spot. And for Monte 4, after the large spiral, we'll come to checkpoint 6 of 7 and need to turn right quickly to make a small jump over to our final spot in Monte Guanaco. Don't worry, if you crash like me, you can always reset. All of the resting spots in Sierra Gelida can be found on the blue slope versions of the trails. A couple of these are well hidden, so be sure to leave a like if this video helps you out. Starting out on Sierra 1, progress to the 5th checkpoint out of 5 and take the path immediately to the right of the checkpoint. Then carefully follow across this treacherous part of the trail to find a rest spot. After checkpoint 4 of 7 on Sierra 2, immediately drop to the left side and follow this secret path across the trail to get under an overhang where we can rest. For Sierra 3, after the second of 6 checkpoints, complete the 2 jumps here, then drop down the path to the right after landing to find our next rest spot. And for Sierra 4, after checkpoint 4 of 7, we'll follow the trail through the cave and around a small lake. As we exit the cave, keep an eye out for a tight path to the left to reach our final spot in Sierra Gelida and our final rest spot of the game.